Good evening, everyone. Thank you very much for your patience while we're getting started here. I want to welcome everyone to the Monday, October 7th meeting of the Village Board of Trustees. And would everyone please rise for the pledge of the flag? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Will the deputy clerk please call the roll?
Trustee Giordano.
Present.
Trustee Quigley.
Present.
Trustee Luisi.
Present.
Trustee Hayes.
Present.
Mayor Eklund.
I am present. We have a full crowd here tonight, and the first item on our agenda is we have a special presentation tonight. Sebastian Maroon is from Boy Scout Troop 1 of Bronxville. Sebastian is working on his Eagle Scout rank, and he's offering to make an improvement at our library in Tuckahoe. So at this time, I'd like to ask Sebastian if he would come on up to the podium and introduce himself to all of us, and you can make your presentation.
All right. Hi, I'm Sebastian Maroon, and I'm from Troop 1 Bronxville. And today I'm going to be presenting my Eagle Scout project. Now, it was supposed to be on the screen, but we had technical difficulties, so I'll be handing out a copy of my presentation.
The board has
Oh,
Oh, okay.
I'll take
okay.
one. I'll take
That's
one,
fine.
Sebastian.
This one's in color, so.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, so for the goal of this reading garden in front of the library is to complete my Eagle Scout project. The Eagle rank in Boy Scouts is the highest rank that you can gain in Boy Scouting. To get there are many requirements. You have to gain 6 ranks and over 21 merit badges, which I have completed in my time in Boy Scouting. To finish Eagle, one requirement is you have to complete an Eagle project. And an Eagle project has to be a sustainable project that benefits the community. I thought of the library first because the library has always been a big part of my life, and I wanted to give back to them in a major way. And a lot of people might ask, why would we need a reading garden in front of the library? What's the benefit? And so there's a lot of benefits to this reading garden. The first thing is that it's very aesthetically pleasing. I talked to many people. They looked over the blueprints. They say it would look very nice in front of the library. There's going to be a lot of colorful plants, trees. At the library, as you might know, there's a lot of children activities that are going on in the children's area. So outside the library would be a good place for parents to just go while the children are doing the activities. There's easy accessible Wi-Fi to get on your iPhones, iPads, read a book out there. It's also benefiting the community if someone wants to have a reading group. People can get together at one single place, meet together, and get to know each other. Well, the next 2 pages are blueprints of the actual reading garden. So, I wanted to see it. It's not up there. Yeah. So the first page is what the reading garden would look from a bird's eye view from above. And basically, this right here is the entrance to the library. And as soon as you walk out and go to the left is where the actual reading garden is going to be. Right here, this horseshoe shape is a retaining wall, and inside the horseshoe shape is going to be the sitting area for the reading garden. The next diagram is how it would look if you were exiting the library. This is if you were exiting the library and looking left from the side. And so this whole project is a very, very big project. So me and my dad, and we broke it up into 3 phases. The first phase is where I'm going to do, I'm going to be responsible for the first phase, which is creating the pathway from the front of the library to the actual reading garden area, building the retaining wall, and planting a few plants and maybe a tree in front. The second phase and the third phase are nothing major. It's just making the library look like more pretty, adding more plants, adding more sculptures. And if we get to the point after phase 1 where someone wants to take over phase 2 and 3, then we'll go ahead with that.
The photos are beautiful.
Yes, Mrs. Sandra Reyes actually drew them. They're very nice and very detailed. There are a lot of different plants and shrubs that we came up with that would look nice in front of the library. So, if you can't see, that's an example of a tree. Example of a bush that you might put in. More bushes. Some sculptures, some art that we might want to put in as well. So like I said before, it's a very large project, and a lot of people have come and helped me all throughout my time doing it. The first person to really help me was Miss Sandra Reyes. She's the one who drew all the pictures, the diagrams, and helped get it landscaped and come up with like different plants and trees that would look nice in front of the reading garden. Also, Mr. Frank DeMarco has helped me in many ways. He's very willing to help me with the construction of the project. If there's something that me and my troupe can't like physically do, he's willing to help me do that. Mr. Bill Williams has also helped me. He's giving me very good technical advice to see if the project is doable, if there's any pipes underneath that might restrict me from this. And so I met with him, and he gave me advice on how to get it done, and it's all good. Thanks to him. And also, of course, I've had a lot of help from the library. Ms. Swadesh has helped me get meetings with Sandra and Mr. DeMarco and everyone. Ms. Ellen Tannenbaum, she's the children's librarian at the library. And this is actually a flyer that she's helped me do. It's for a Halloween costume party. It's one of the fundraisers for my project. And so she's helped me organize it, come up with activities, plan it, and it's really nice. Also, Miss Elizabeth Serino has also helped with that as well. So more about this. This is a Halloween costume party that's going to be happening on October 26, 2013. And this is for raising donations for the project. The project, phase 1 of the project is about $1,500. We estimated about $1,500 for phase 1. And this is just one way of raising money for this. I'll also be going around to local businesses businesses, Home Depot, asking for donations, or maybe if they have supplies or tools that they can lend us to make anything easier. So that concludes my presentation, and if there's any questions that the board has, I'll be willing to answer.
Well, I think you've done a fantastic job. I want to congratulate you, and I think it's wonderful that yourself, and I know you must involve the membership of your troop in order to complete this project. So we're looking forward to seeing all of you here in Tuckahoe working at the library. I apologize that we weren't able to get your PowerPoint presentation up tonight, but what we will do is we'll actually take the sketches that Sandy raised were, and I want to thank Sandy, she did a fantastic job here, what a beautiful layout. And we'll actually take those and images, and we'll make sure that we get them on our cable channel so the residents can see what a great project this is going to look like once you start it. And we'll also get your flyer up there so to see if you can get a little bit more participation at your fundraiser, because it does benefit our community, and we certainly appreciate it. I think you've done a great job here tonight. Thank you. Anybody else have anything they want to add?
I'd just like to add, as one who has worked for years with our local troop 353 and who's the father of an Eagle Scout, I have also reviewed a number of our troop's Eagle Scout projects. This is terrific. This is very ambitious. I hope you can pull it off. It's a lot you're taking on here, but it just seems to fill every requirement for an Eagle Scout project. It benefits the community, shows leadership on your part, and I presume it's going to get a lot of the scouts involved in the actual construction. So to me, it looks like a terrific project. Congratulations, and more importantly, good luck.
Thank you.
Yes, good luck. It's a great project, and I'm going to ask our village attorney if maybe you could write up a resolution that I'll read tonight where we approve this project so you can get started on it right away. So you'll have approval tonight to start as soon as possible, or as soon as you feel you'd like to. And I know Frank has been working with you, and Bill Williams and Swadesh, so we're looking forward to it.
Okay, thank
Very
you.
much so. Thank you.
Thank you.
How about a round of applause for that? We'll pause for a moment now. I know you folks have other business that you have to attend to.
Actually, Mr. Mayor, can I keep
Oh,
it
yes,
to,
please.
8:45, and then I'm going to walk them out. I have parents picking them up.
Absolutely, of
Okay,
course.
so
You
they're
can
gonna
stay as long as you like.
Well, I'd like them to see some of the local government in action.
Wonderful, thank you. Well, moving on through our agenda, we have no public hearings tonight, and the next order of business is the adoption of the minutes. We are going to adopt the minutes of our regular meeting of September 9th, 2013. Do I have a motion for that?
So moved.
Do I have a second for that?
Second.
Trustee Giordano.
In favor?
Trustee Quigley.
In favor.
Trustee Luisi.
In favor.
Trustee Hayes.
In favor.
Mayor Eklund.
In favor. Do we have any correspondences this month?
No, we do not.
We do not. Well, the next item on our agenda is an appointment, and before I make this appointment, and I'm going to make the appointment by way of a resolution, I just want to say a few words. Andrew Zorolnik is a police officer here in the village of Tuckahoe. Andrew was hired by the Tuckahoe Police Department in the fall of 2004 upon completing a bachelor's degree in criminal justice from the University of Maryland. He became a member of the Emergency Response Unit in 2008, and he now serves as a team leader. He's a member of the Bicycle Unit as well as our newly formed Motorcycle Traffic Division, which I'm very proud of. He's New York State Certified Youth Officer as well as a DARE instructor. I see him at the Cottle DARE program for both the elementary and middle school, and currently the 5th grade DARE officer at Cottle, as I said. Post advisor for the Tuckahoe Police Explorer Post, and he has held numerous positions on the PBA Executive Board, most recently as PBA President for the past 4 years. He's here tonight with all of his colleagues on the Tuckahoe Police Department, and his fiancee Deanna is with him here tonight, and other family members. So with that, the reason why I'm talking so broadly about Andrew is I am going to ask for a resolution of the appointment of Andrew Zorolnik to the position of Police Sergeant effective today, October 7, 2013, with a probationary period of 26 weeks. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second?
And I just want to take a moment here, before we take a roll call on this, to thank some of the other candidates that we interviewed for this position. We're very fortunate here in Tuckahoe to have an extremely well-run police department, and with that, you end up with an exceptionally great pool of candidates for management rank positions. So that just makes the decision-making process very difficult for us. And I'm sure there's going to be ample opportunities in the future for our young police department personnel. Any of the other board members like to comment?
Yes, Mayor,
Deputy
thanks.
Mayor Giordano?
Yes, thank you. Yeah, I would just like to comment that I always enjoy these opportunities where we actually get to interview members of our various departments, and you really do get to see during those interviews the leadership skills that the candidates demonstrate. And here, all three really showed high potential. They impressed all of us. It was not an easy decision because it was one more impressive than the other in my mind. So I learned things about views on leadership, and I thought that we all did as a board. Like to congratulate all the candidates and also to congratulate Andrew, who I think really set himself apart for the role, and I think he'll do a great job.
Trustee Quick?
Well, just echo the comments. It was a difficult decision. I was very impressed and very hopeful for the future of the Tuckahoe Police Department. And actually, I'll just add, a week and a half after we did these in-depth interviews, we were hosted at the Tuckahoe Police Organization dinner, where they found out not only do we have excellent police officers, we have excellent chefs within the police department, and that was a wonderful evening, too.
Trustee Luisi?
Well, I don't want to repeat what my colleagues have said, so I'm going to wish you the best of luck. Take it from me, it's a tough job, but you already know that, but you are ready for it, and I believe the department is also ready for it, so best of luck to you.
I as well, of course, wanted to congratulate Andrew and actually the entire police department and the chief for such a high caliber of officers we have throughout the department and patrolling our village. I mean, we all should be very proud. Thank you.
And with that, we're going to do a roll call.
Trustee Giordano.
In favor.
Trustee Quigley.
In favor.
Trustee Luisi.
In favor.
Trustee Hayes.
In favor.
Mayor Eklund.
Very much in favor, and congratulations. Before I ask Andrew to come up and actually take the oath of office, I'm going to ask Reverend Carl Maiello if he come on up and say a prayer, maybe a nice word for the position that Andrew's going to be undertaking.
I want to thank you, Mayor, to give me this honor as a chaplain for this great police department. Pray for our police department. So let us bow our heads in prayer. Our God and our Father, we are gathered here at this village board meeting tonight, Lord, to do great things for this village, to continue to do great things. And Father God, it's an exceptional night that this board has taken this time to promote Andrew Zolnick to police sergeant. It's a tremendous appointment, and it's a tough appointment. But he has passed everything that needed to be done. He took a strict civil service exam just to get these stripes. So he has much knowledge. I pray for him tonight that with all this knowledge, that you will give him wisdom to apply it each and every day as he guides his men. And I pray, dear Lord, for this sergeant, that he inspires others that are underneath him, his patrol, to inspire them to dream more, to do more, and to become more. And I pray, dear Lord, that you continue to bless him and his family and keep him in good health and keep him safe. And I pray, dear Lord, for the entire Tuckahoe Police Department, for the chief and all of his men, that you continue to bless them continually. In the name of my Lord and Savior Jesus, I pray. Amen.
Amen. Thank you very much. And with that, I think we're good to go now. Is Deanna going to come here? And we're actually going to have... And you're going to place your left hand on the Bible, and you're going to raise your right hand. And would you please repeat after me? I, Andrew Zerolnik,
I, Andrew Zerolnik,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
that I will support the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and the Constitution of the State of New York,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and I will faithfully discharge
the duties of police sergeant
the duties of police sergeant
according to the best of my ability.
according to the best of my ability.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
I first want to start off by thanking Mayor Eklund and the Village Board of Trustees for this opportunity, and more importantly, making the effort to keep our staffing levels where they once were. We all understand in today's economy and budget constraints, nothing is a guarantee anymore. However, it is important to not only me, but the officers who follow me to maintain a strong level of leadership within the department. While on the topic of leadership, I think there's no better person to lead and to follow than the Tuckahoe Police Chief, John Costanzo. I thank you for having the faith in me and believing I have what it takes to fulfill such a crucial part of our department. You are an inspiration to any new leader, and I hope I can continue to follow your guidance, absorb some of your knowledge, and to earn the respect that you have come to deserve throughout your career. To Lieutenant Peggy Bellis, who pushed me to take on tasks that I never saw myself once doing. You have opened my eyes and allowed me to evolve as the police officer I am today. I owe you a great deal of admiration and appreciation, and I'm grateful for all that you've done for me. To my mom and my aunt, who have been my biggest fans my entire life, I thank you for your constant love and support. Without you both, none of this could have happened, and for that, I'm truly blessed. To my girlfriend and now fiance, Deanna, thank you for being my better half, for being at my side no matter what, for eating dinner alone on many nights, and for tripping over my work boots when I leave them in the middle of the room. I could not do this without you, and you are my biggest cheerleader. To your parents, who will soon be my parents, thank you for making me feel like family and for joining me here tonight. Lastly, I would not be standing here before you this evening had it been not for the relationships I built with the men and women that I work with every day. We are a small department here in Tuckahoe, but we are close. I can honestly say I love what I do, and a lot of that has to do with the people I work with. Promotions and personal accolades are meaningless if they aren't shared amongst people you care about, your friends and your family in blue. So while tonight I'm fortunate to be joined by coworkers gathered here to celebrate me, I in turn share this with you. I am honored to have each and every one of you with me this evening. Whether your buttons are silver or gold, we all come to work every day to put on blue, and for that I will never forget. Thank you to all that have attended here this evening. I'm eager to start a new stage in my career, to serve the Village of Tuckahoe residents in a new light, and to continue to follow our department's mission as a community and police department as one. Thank you, everyone.
Well said. Thank you, Police Chief John Costanzo.
Good evening, Mayor. First and foremost, congratulations to Andrew on a great accomplishment. As the board member said earlier, it was a difficult decision. difficult decision because of the fact that there were three excellent candidates, three people who truly stood above and were great leaders within the department without their stripes. And for Andrew to rise above is a tribute to him. I want to thank the two lieutenants that we have in the police department, Ray Stabile and Peggy Bellis, for their outstanding leadership. As was stated, they set a great example. Andrew got this promotion on merit. There's no better way. I mean, you pass a very difficult civil service test to get in the room with two other candidates, and then you have to show what you've done over the course of your career, your performance, and what you've done to help the citizens of the village of Tuckahoe. And Andrew has done that from day one. If you ask for a role model for our young people, as a advisor to the Explorer program, as a teacher in the DARE program for the fifth graders, and even to his other officers as a true leader as the PBA president. We've had PBA presidents in the past that it was just a title for them, but he took the responsibilities of that office. And sometimes it's a very difficult task, dealing with not only the elected officials, dealing with me on a regular basis, and I could be quite difficult, and trying to do what's right by the people that have elected him. And he did all of those things outstandingly. So I think all three people that came in that room that evening proved to the board that they were leaders without necessarily wearing gold or having the stripes. But Andrew stood above, and congratulations to him. I just want to say we certainly thank Reverend Carmiello for coming here and giving the blessing and not taking anything away from him, just to cover all the bases. We had Cardinal Dolan bless Andrew the other day also, we think we got it pretty well covered. So we want to say thank you to the board for your support. Thank you for the people of Tuckahoe for their support throughout, and we look forward to Andrew's leadership. Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anybody else who would like to throw a couple of nice words for Andrew? Although we all have such nice words for Andrew. Look, Andrew's saying, no, everyone stay, sit down. Well, thank you very much. We certainly appreciate it, and we look forward to seeing you out on the street. I think we'll take just a moment now for, I know quite a few people here are ready to leave, so we'll pause for a moment for everyone who needs to leave. All right, thank you very much. I have another appointment to make tonight, and I am pleased to make the appointment of Jeff Zunick to the Citizens Budget Advisory Committee to fill the unexpired term of Chris Samios, which expires on December 31 of 2013. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Trustee Giordano.
In favor?
Trustee Quigley.
In favor.
Trustee Luisi.
In favor.
Trustee Hayes.
In favor.
Mayor Eklund.
In favor. Jeff joined us tonight. I want to thank you very much for your volunteerism for our community, and we look forward to working with you on this new committee that you're here with Chairman David Scalzo as well. Thank you. Before I get to the first opportunity to address the board on agenda items, I would like to bring up Claudio Santana. Claudio's going to maybe just say a couple of words as to why people stop me in the street and they say, how come everyone's wearing these pink T-shirts? So maybe you can tell us a little bit about your initiative for this.
The reason is because I'm quite sure everybody here has been affected by the cancer, by cancer some way, somehow. So, Frank came up to us about 2 months ago and asked us to change the color shirts, any ideas, so I figured, why not pink? Everybody does it, from Major League Baseball to football, so I figured, what's the best way to represent a loved one that you lost or that somebody lost by wearing pink? So why not pink?
Well, I want to thank you very much for pushing this. Frank said that it was kind of something that was near and dear to you.
Me and quite sure. I'm quite sure everybody else in here lost somebody or knew somebody who had cancer. So
yeah, I say that all the time. I don't think anyone's immune to that horrible disease. So, but thank you very much.
You're welcome.
You work for our Department of Public Works. You're very visible. You and the rest of your colleagues on the board, you look great out there. And I've had a lot of them who are here tonight. I've had a lot of people stop me and say that they think it's wonderful that you
Yeah, I
guys
mean,
are doing this, so.
I had a couple tenants tell me that, great idea, so,
Well, we're supporting you here tonight as well, as you can see, so.
thank you.
Thank you very much. We
Thank you.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
That's going to bring us to the first opportunity to address the board on any item that is on our agenda tonight. And with nobody to address the board on agenda items, we're going to move to resolutions. Resolution number 1 is authorizing personalized soaps by Maryland to participate in the farmers market every Sunday from September 22nd to November 24th. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Trustee Giordano.
In favor.
Trustee Quigley.
In favor.
Trustee Luisi.
In favor.
Trustee Hayes.
In favor.
Mayor Eklund.
In favor. Resolution number 2 is approving the Community Fund of Bronxville, Eastchester, and Tuckahoe's request to place a thermometer sign on the fence at the Main Street Park and the fence on Columbus Avenue near the Crestwood train station from mid-November 2013 to mid-March 2014. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Trustee Giordano.
In favor.
Trustee Quigley.
In favor.
Trustee Luisi.
In favor.
Trustee Hayes.
In favor.
Mayor Eklund.
In favor. Resolution number 3 is approving the Eastchester Columbus Day Committee's request to hang 2 banners to promote the upcoming Columbus Day event, October 11th through October 14th, at the following locations: the fence at the Crestwood Railroad Station and the fence at the Lake Avenue parking lot. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Trustee Giordano.
In favor.
Trustee Quigley.
In favor.
Trustee Luisi.
In favor.
Trustee Hayes.
In favor.
Mayor Eklund.
In favor. Resolution number 4 is approving payment of vouchers in the amount of $333,272, consisting of abstract number 14 for $213,279, abstract number 15 for $2,418, abstract number 16 for $30,195, and abstract number 17 for $87,379. The 3 largest invoices paid were $122,549 for medical insurance premiums for the month of October of this year, $35,835 for fire hydrant rental for the period June 4th through September 4th, 2013, and $22,279 for the first half of the Tuckahoe 2013-2014 school taxes. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Trustee Giordano.
In favor.
Trustee Quigley.
In favor.
Trustee Luisi.
In favor.
Trustee Hayes.
In favor.
Mayor Eklund.
In favor. That is going to bring us to departmental reports to the board, and I'm going to ask Frank DeMarco from our Department of Public Works if he has a few things to deliver to us tonight.
Mayor, board members, I thought everybody was leaving because I was going to do my leaf spiel tonight. But I also wanted to congratulate Sergeant Zarelnik for his new position. As Claudio said, I am very proud of Claudio and also the men of DPW for taking on this great cause. Specifically, what impressed me about Claudio's enthusiasm to easily motivate the department, the individuals, and a lot of people in the village of Tuckahoe to also support this great cause. As Claudio said, we've all been in one way or another touched by breast cancer, by a family member or friend somewhere along the line. I know I have. With that said, I'm going on my leaf spiel. This is leaf season, and again, I don't want to be boring about leaf piles, leaf pickup, but just very simple. I don't want leaves on sidewalks. I want sidewalks cleared for children going to school. I want them placed by the curbside. I want them to consolidate. Our streets are very narrow, very thin. I want residents to share spots with neighbors along a curb line, maybe take a spot. I know sometimes it is safer to take a spot, and we do lack parking in the village of Tuckahoe, but we do try to come by and take it up, vacuum it as fast as we can. Most importantly, rocks, heavy debris that are in these piles that are hidden When we do vacuum these rocks, they could be thrown at a volume of 100 miles an hour into the back of the trucks. And what we don't want them to do is ricochet off the back of the truck and hit one of my men. That's one of my main concerns. Also, a concern of mine is cars parking on leaves. At the base of the cars, there's something that looks like a muffler, but it's actually called a catalytic converter, and they do get extremely hot. And when cars park on top of the leaves with this extremely heated element, it can cause a fire. So please, don't park on leaves. And also, if you park on leaves, we can't pick up the leaves, so try to stay off the piles. An alternative to all this is the Love 'em and Leave 'em program. Very simple. It works. I've done it for 3 years. I don't know why people are taking leaves to curbs. It's so much easier to rake your leaves into the grass area and take your lawnmower and just mulch it, run it over. And what it does, it protects your grass and your lawn over the winter months, but also feeds the nutrients that the grass need to survive. And basically, in the springtime rolls along, all you have to do is rake. And it's very simple because most of the lawnmowers today are equipped with a mulching blade. If you don't have one, you could easily pick one up at Cornell's. It's a very simple process. I don't know why people are dragging leaves to their curbs, and it's so much easier just to mulch it in place. I also want to mention that November is no metal pickup. I know we'll be approaching November soon, but there will be no metal pickup in November. But I also want to touch on our furniture share house program. I touched a little bit on it a couple of months back, but we are prepared to take it on. We do have a trailer at the DPW yard that we will accommodate furniture for the needy. We're working with Furniture Share House of Westchester, who supplies the furniture that is picked up from municipalities to families that are in need of furniture. Whether it be families of a fire or divorce that simply just need furniture. Just to think, a family without a kitchen table and chairs so their kids could do their homework, or a simple bed frame. We are choosy in what we accept. If you have any questions, we will have it on our site soon, but you could call me at DPW, again, Frank DeMarco, at 231-0214. But I can't complete this evening without also mentioning that it was Camille DeSalvo's idea to have us wear these shirts this evening. Also the support of the mayor and the board. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
You have any questions for me?
No, I think
Okay.
done well. Thank you, Frank. Mr. Pintos, do you have anything you want to add tonight? Or Treasurer?
Good evening, Mr. Mayor, members of the board. Just a real quick announcement. The village's annual audit will begin next Tuesday, October 15th, should end by the following Friday. Conducted by O'Connor Davies, PKF, the firm that's audited us for the last dozen or so years. So just a forewarning that we will have those people annoying department heads and trustees and mayors and the like. Should be painless. I don't want to jump the gun. The initial figures look good for the village, but we should have drafts of the financials for your review the following week, and the final statements within 2-3 weeks.
Wonderful.
If anybody has any questions.
Do you have room for them, or are they going to work out of the trustees?
They'll work out of the trustees' room. If the trustees' room, they can always come here. There's usually only 3 of them, and they feel comfortable up in your seats right up there.
Okay, thank you very much.
Good evening.
Camille, anything?
Nothing.
Counselor? I'm going to add that resolution. I know you're saying, oh, you forgot it. I did forget it, but that's okay. Thank you. I have one more resolution tonight, which I promised, which is resolution number 5. It is resolution for Sebastian Maroon's Eagle Scout project. In connection with Sebastian Maroon's Eagle Scout project, I propose a resolution authorizing Sebastian Maroon and his Boy Scout troop to construct and install a reading garden in front of and adjacent to the Tuckahoe Public Library. Do I have a motion for that?
So moved.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Trustee Giordano.
In favor.
Trustee Quigley.
In favor.
Trustee Luisi.
In favor.
Trustee Hayes.
In favor.
Mayor Eklund.
In favor, and it's going to look wonderful when it's done, too. This moves us to miscellaneous business. We have a residents' meeting, which is going to be on Wednesday, November 6th, 2013, 7 o'clock at Village Hall, but it's really not at Village Hall. We're asking people to come to Village Hall, and we're all going to board the Tuckahoe trolley. And we've done this in the past. It's worked out fantastically. What we do is we ask residents to come on down who would like to come to a town hall meeting that is a non-televised meeting. But in this instance, we actually jump on the trolley, and you may have a situation where maybe there's a tree that needs some attention to, or a pothole or something, and we'll actually drive the trolley right to that location so we can all see what it is, and you can identify it, the situation. And if there's nothing in particular, we're going to drive all throughout the village and point out some of the ongoing projects that we have going on right now in the village. So it's a great chance for somebody who's not been on the trolley to take a ride on the trolley with us. So please remember, that's going to be on Wednesday, November 6th, and the trolley will be right out front of Village Hall here, starting at 7 o'clock. The next Village Board meeting is going to be on Monday, November 18th, 2013. A reminder that the village office and DPW is closed on Monday, October 14th in observance of Columbus Day holiday, and on Monday, November 11th in observance of Veterans Day. And that brings us to our Board of Trustees member reports, and we're going to start with your Deputy Mayor, Thomas V. Giordano.
Thank you, Mayor Eklund. I just wanted to acknowledge, as we speak of veterans, the event that we, some of us attended on September 29th that was organized by Commander Bob Foster and a collaboration of the Eastchester and Tuckahoe veterans to dedicate the Gold Star Mother's Bridge in Depot Square. I wanted to thank them for putting together such a moving tribute and lasting memorial, helping us to remember the great sacrifices made by others to preserve and protect our great country, and remind us of the heroes among us, which are the military and also their parents and families. That's all I had.
Okay,
Mayor Eklund.
thank you. Trustee Quigley?
Thank you, Mayor. The Eastchester Tuckahoe Chamber of Commerce had, again, a very successful fundraising golf event in conjunction with Mickey Spillane's. They raised over $7,000. It will be devoted towards education and community projects. And just a couple of upcoming things that the Chamber's involved with. There'll be the Santa Stop and Tree Lighting. You'll hear more about that in our November meeting on December 1st. They are involved with the Tuckahoe Senior Holiday Luncheon on December 19th. And they're planning a couple of events to tie in with the 350th anniversary of the town of Eastchester. Notably, there'll be a bicentennial cocktail party. Bicentennial, it's more than that. But anyways, a cocktail party on April 4th of next year. Library, lots and lots is always going on there. One thing that won't be going on is on Monday the 14th, Columbus Day, the library will be closed. Other than that, they are open for a lot of Halloween type events. On the October 22nd at 4 o'clock will be a Halloween kids craft, come and make your own monster. That's for the 5 to 10-year-old crowd, beginning at 4 o'clock. On Friday, October 25th at 11 in the morning is a costume Halloween story time. This is for the 2 to 6-year-old group. On October 31st at 11 a.m. is Halloween baby time. This is for the birth to 2 years. So all the different age groups of the kids are being well covered for Halloween this year. A lot of events for the teens. Two that I think are worth mentioning. On October 16th at 3:30 p.m. will be a presentation on internet safety for teens. Obviously a very concerning issue, and one that I think most people should be paying attention to. And then on the more fun side, on October 28th at 4 o'clock is video game night, for the teenagers. Author coming in, Christopher Jansma, who wrote the book The Unchangeable Spots of Leopards. Got a lot of very good reviews. He will be at the library on Wednesday, October 30th at 7 p.m. to discuss the book. Registration is required for this, as it is for most events. You can call the library, 961-2121, and go onto the library website at tuckahoelibrary.org. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Trustee Luisi?
Thank you, Mayor. The seniors held their annual bazaar this past Saturday, which by all accounts and from my observation while I was there was a rounding success. This is an event that they've been having at the Senior Center since 1996, and now that they have relocated to Father Hall at Immaculate Conception, business is simply booming for the seniors. Since the move, they've already signed up 15 new members. As I've been saying since I've been on this board, I beseech the grandchildren and children of seniors in this community to please enroll your parents in the Tuckahoe Senior Center. Their events coming up this month in October will be, they will be having another open house October 22nd at 9 a.m. So everyone's invited to join them for bagels and coffee in the morning. The children from Cottle School on October 29th will be visiting the center to paint pumpkins with the seniors. I can't say it enough. Now that they've relocated, they have so much more room for the exercise with Evie, which takes place on a weekly basis. They still continue to do the blood pressure screening. It's just a wonderful opportunity for the seniors, and I once again congratulate Jennifer Vetramiel and the Community Fund for their support, and the Senior Council for all their support and helping with the move. In regards to what Frank DeMarco said, there was an article in the paper this past week in the Journal News about mulching the leaves. And I think as a board member, I'd be remiss in not saying not only is it good for the environment, but it's also good for the pocketbook of the village, because it will lessen the DPW cost if they don't have to pick up these leaves and take them to the recycling center. So it's a real simple process, as Mr. DeMarco alluded to. What I have done is I just keep my chute closed and just mulch those leaves right back into the ground. It's really the best way to go. It's a lot easier to do it that way, so let's do it. That's all I have, Mayor.
Thank you very much. Trustee Hayes?
Thank you, Mayor. A few announcements. First, our tree committee is scheduled to meet next Wednesday, October 16th at 7:30 p.m. here at Village Hall. And Frank, I'm going to work with them to get some notices up about what you discussed this evening regarding mulching and proper disposal of leaves. And we'll get that information up on our website as well as on our cable channel. And also, our next environmental committee meeting will be taking place on Wednesday, November 6th, also here at Village Hall at 7:30 p.m. One quick note regarding our Tuckahoe Challenge road race that took place in early September. We now have all of our participants' running times up on our village website, so they're posted up. Typically, within a week or two after, we get flooded with calls of people with their times, so we actually were able to move this forward pretty quickly this year, and everything's posted up on our website. Also, I wanted to announce that a new link has been created on our website, and this is pertaining to our village's history committee. You can now easily view the many wonderful photos that the group has collected over the years, and also you can see updates relating to the history committee's findings on artifacts and news articles that they've come across. The committee as well meets every Wednesday morning here at Village Hall at 9:30 a.m. and they are always welcoming new members. So if anyone's interested, please feel free to come down to Village Hall on Wednesday mornings at 9:30 a.m. The group would love to have you. And finally, just planning ahead for the upcoming winter months, I wanted to remind all of our residents, if they have not done so yet, to sign up for our village website to receive email announcements and alerts. I know over the past few years it's been extremely helpful during storms or closures, where the mayor and I have worked very closely during hard times to continue to send email blasts out to our residents who are listed on our village website and our email system. So again, please, if you have not done so, please, it'll take 2 minutes to sign up. Go ahead and just go onto the homepage of our village website, enter a little bit of information, and you'll be linked in. And that is all I have this evening. Thank
Well,
you.
thank you very much. And just kind of dovetail on that, by the way, you did a fantastic job in the road race this year. Thank you. We have, our clerk's office is actually working very hard on improving the Facebook page that we have. So please like us on Village of Tuckahoe, New York. And that is our Facebook page. And we're starting to get a little bit more exposure, and we're putting more of our events on that Facebook page as well. I do have a couple things I want to talk about. First thing I'm going to talk about is the Crestwood Utility Project. The job is now underway. The first phase of this project is the incredible task of putting these gigantic concrete vaults underground. There's 3 of these, and they were enormous. We had to have a crane out there on 3 occasions. Did we get the 3rd one in yet? That was Wednesday, okay. The 3rd one will be going in by the Chase Bank. The first 2, one went in by the bagel shop, the other one went in by in front of the pizza parlor on Columbus Avenue. I thought it was just, being in construction myself, I thought that Frank and the contractor did a fantastic job. Having a business in Yonkers where I can tell you years ago the city just decided they had to do a construction project, and they actually closed a section of street in front of my business for a year and a half. And and that was the way it was. And you know, to be able for us to, I understand we're a smaller village, and we can maybe get a little bit more hands-on, but I think they did a great job in keeping the parking available, shutting down just before the heavy commuter traffic went through that area. So if the rest of the project, and I probably shouldn't talk about it, but if the rest of the project goes half as good as the first phase, we're going to do fantastic down there. So thank you, kudos to Frank for keeping on top of the project. I want to echo the comments that our deputy mayor mentioned about the Gold Star Mothers Memorial Bridge. It's truly a privilege for me, being the mayor, to be mayor when we made this dedication. It's something I think is a long time in coming. I want to thank the veterans for pushing this endeavor, and I'm going to do my hardest to make sure that I never again call it the Main Street Bridge, because it is the Gold Star Mothers Memorial Bridge, and it should be recognized as such. We have received notice from FEMA that we have been awarded, and they have now obligated $300,000 to the Village of Tuckahoe for last year's storm damage and related costs. So that's coming. I expect our treasurer is going to call me the minute it hits our bank account, and he's nodding his head. I want to thank Frank DeMarco and the Chief of Police. The paperwork on this was ridiculous, but they obviously they did a good job, because from what I hear, that's quite a sizable amount of money for a small community like Tuckahoe. So good job. You kept track of all our expenses, and it's nice that we're getting our share. County Executive Rob Astorino has done a great job in promoting shared services between the county and local municipalities whenever possible. I recently attended a shared municipal service expo at the county center back on September 26th. The county has a whole host of services that they offer municipalities, some of which I'm now going to take a pretty hard look at. One of these really grabbed my interest, which is an opportunity to create a new updated employment manual. They have the most updated provisions in theirs, and they said that they will certainly give us these. They're for us to go ahead and use. We can cut and paste. We can have our village attorney go ahead and kind of tweak them to our exact specification, and then they'll go ahead and print it. They'll bind it, put it in a format for us. So I think that's fantastic. So that's something that I'm hoping we're going to get done here soon. And that's all I have for tonight. Oh, one other thing, actually. We have a television show that's going to be filmed in the Crestwood Business District. It starts 6 p.m. this Friday evening. It's going to run all night long until 6 a.m. on Saturday. So there's going to be, I'm going to say limited, if basically no parking on Columbus Avenue in that Crestwood Business District, right in front of the train station there. The film crew has come in. I think they're coming in Thursday to do a little bit of carpentry work on the railroad track platform itself. And then they're going to go ahead and do their shoot on Friday night. Let's hope they have good weather. And they've compensated some of the merchants that are down there, as well as they bring in a tremendous amount of people who are eating and using the services of the businesses down there. So hopefully it all goes well, and hopefully it's a win-win for us here. With that, that will bring us to the second opportunity to address the board on anything at all. And with, yes, ma'am.
Did you want to announce the flu shots?
Oh, yes, we have, I have that piece of paper here. Thank you. Thank you very much, Camille. Free seasonal flu vaccinations. No appointment is needed. Adults 19 years and older. The center at Lake Isle. On Wednesday, October 30th, you can go up there and get your flu shot from 9 in the morning to 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And right here at our Tuckahoe Community Center, Wednesday, November 6th, from 9 in the morning to 2 o'clock. And at the Bronxville Reformed Church in the Congregational Hall on Thursday, November 14th, from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Lawrence Hospital Center nurses will be providing free flu vaccination. So we'll make sure we get this information up and running on our cable channel. We will post it on our Facebook page too. And great opportunity, free flu shots. Everyone should definitely get a flu shot. Not had a bad winter cold since I started getting them. With that, if there's no other business tonight, I will ask for a motion to adjourn this meeting.
So moved.